Brookland News Live begins right now. Here's Mitchell.
Well, hi everyone. Welcome into Brookland News Live. It is Christmas Eve. Excuse my voice here. I'm a little under the weather, but that is plenty fine because the news never stops, and we're going to get to all of the headlines that we are following today. There is a lot that we are following. That is one thing I can confirm, including where Santa is right now. We are going to show you that here in just a moment. But first, I'm Jackson Mitchell. It is good to be with you. It is Wednesday, December 24th, just a day before Christmas. I know I said I wasn't going to be here, but turns out I am here. Covering the news. There was so much that happened yesterday we wanted to get to, and still so much happening today. I want to take you right now out to the NORAD Santa tracker. Santa there in Odessa, Ukraine in just 40 seconds. We'll keep our eye on this as we learn more there from the NORAD Santa tracker when we get more information. We are following a lot of news today, and we do want to start there because there is a major snow and rainstorm depending on where you are in elevation over in California. You're taking a look there on the left side of your screen at Mammoth Lakes, California, at the Mammoth Mountain. We'll continue to follow that shot as the snow continues to go. And LAX, as over 170 flights have been canceled at this time. So we are following all of that, and we'll provide an update as soon as we get it in on that. Why don't I take you first, though, right now to the flight misery map, where things stand right now from FlightAware.com, showing you some of those top airports seeing delays. You'll see there, the top one there, LAX, 475 delays and 18 cancellations all right now. We'll continue following the flight misery map. You see LAX has what appears to be like 25%, maybe a little more than 25% of misery there in Southern California. So we'll continue following that storm. LA Mayor Karen Bass spoke yesterday, addressing citizens, addressing all of this. Let's go live there and listen in.
Chief McDonald and Dr. Cohen for being here today. As we prepare for the holidays, I am sending everyone, the people of Los Angeles, city employees, and everyone assembled here today, my wishes for a safe and happy holiday season and a Merry Christmas. And considering the weather, we also want to make sure that the holiday season is safe. Safety is of paramount concern this week because, as you know, we're expecting a strong winter storm with heavy rain and wind to begin tonight through Saturday, December 27th, with the National Weather Service anticipating the heaviest rainfall today, tomorrow, and on Christmas Day. A flash flood watch will go into effect today, December 23rd at 4 p.m. through 10 p.m. Christmas Day, Thursday, December 25th. Dr. Cohen will share more on this shortly. Under my direction, the city has positioned additional resources, including heavy-duty fire engines and swiftwater rescue teams, equipment, and personnel to keep Angelenos safe and respond quickly to storm impacts. Our Emergency Operations Center is activated, and city crews are on standby to respond to any fallen trees or impacts to roadways. My message to Angelenos as we go into the Christmas holiday is to stay safe, be prepared, and stay informed. We encourage you, if you can, to stay off the roads, especially tonight and through the afternoon of Christmas Eve. To unhoused Angelenos and Angelenos who might have relatives that are out there, we do have a limited number of vouchers, and people can call the mayor's help desk at 213-978-0600, 213-978-0600. If you have friends or family members that are unhoused, we have a limited number of vouchers, and there is a shelter set up on the west side. Please consider heading over to family, or if you're going out of town before the rain is set tonight. Staying off the roads whenever possible keeps you safe and frees up the lanes for our first responders and public work crews. In the burn scar areas, an evacuation warning and key evacuation orders are in effect Chief McDonald will detail those, and I urge all Angelenos, please heed official guidance. We continue to maintain a proactive approach to bolstering vulnerable hillsides throughout Pacific Palisades from earlier this year, including sandbags and 13,000 feet of K-rail to protect against mudslides and flows. We have had a number of major storms this year, and I ask all Angelenos to take this one seriously during this holiday week. Now is the time to come together and make a plan on how you can safely spend time with loved ones over the holidays. As always, please call 911 for life-threatening situations. If you see flooding or fallen trees, please report by calling 311 and report any power outages at LADWP. Sign up for emergency alerts at notifyla.org. And now let me turn it over to the meteorologist in charge with the National Weather Service, Dr. Ariel Cohen.
Thank you very much, Mayor Bass. This very critical information that Mayor Bass passed along that could save your life and those of your loved ones. Good day, everyone. I'm Dr. Ariel Cohen, and I'm the meteorologist in charge of the National Weather Service in Los Angeles, Oxnard. We're just several hours away from the onset of a major storm system that Mayor Bass had mentioned that's going to affect many Angelenos during the Christmas holiday. This is the type of storm system that affects the area approximately every 5 to 10 years or so. But what makes this storm unique is that the brunt of the rainfall is expected to occur right through Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. My bottom line point, if you're planning to be out on the roads during the Christmas holiday, please reconsider your plans. By the time we get to late Wednesday through Friday, many areas will likely be experiencing significant flooding along with rock slides and mudslides, especially through the high terrain and the canyon roadways. Now, right now, we're expecting multiple rounds of moderate to heavy rain to impact the area starting from late this evening and continuing on and off all the way through Friday. The heaviest rain will start late tonight and then will peak on Wednesday, Christmas Eve. The rain will taper off some Wednesday night, but another round of moderate to heavy rain is forecast to occur on Christmas Day, Thursday, and this rain could potentially last through Friday. All in all, for the storm total rainfall accumulations, we're expecting lower elevations, such as downtown Los Angeles and points southward, to pick up a total of 2 to 4 inches of rain. But as you go north and west into the Santa Monica Mountains, the San Fernando Valley, along with the San Gabriel Mountains and foothills, in addition to nearby northern portions of the Los Angeles Basin and the Hollywood Hills area, we're looking at a total of 4 to 8 inches of rain to occur through late week. In fact, some of our computer model projections indicate over a foot of rain falling in total over the mountains by the end of this week. Now, I want to clarify, all of this rain will not be falling all at once. Rainfall rates may only approach or marginally exceed the debris flow thresholds. So while debris flows on the burn scars will be possible, in general, they should be minor to moderate. However, with as much total rain as what we're expecting, widespread significant flooding will likely occur in urban and poor drainage areas, especially in and around the higher terrain. There will almost certainly be numerous rock slides and mudslides, along with areas of severe flooding in urban locations and along freeways, which is why being out on the roads will be exceptionally dangerous. Additionally, flooding of smaller creeks and streams, tributaries will be likely, and main stem river flooding will also be possible. And I want to specify that the flooding, rock slide, and mudslide dangers will grow at a gradual pace after the onset of the heavier rain tonight into tomorrow morning. Because this is a long duration event, it will take less and less rainfall to produce more and more impacts from flooding, rock slides, and mudslides as the week progresses. as the ground saturates during that time frame. So please don't assume that the danger is over just because we made it through the first round of heavier rain. Conditions will likely be deteriorating as we head through late week. Also, while downtown Los Angeles and areas across a large part of the LA basin may only experience isolated and minor to moderate flooding, you won't have to go too far into the northern parts of the LA basin and into the higher terrain to experience much more severe impacts. As for additional context from the National Weather Service, this is a rare designation of high risk that's used to categorize the expected rainfall and flooding impacts with this major storm system. A high risk designation is rarely designated anywhere across the country and indicates high confidence that an exceptionally dangerous flood event is anticipated. Most flood-related damages and over a third of all of the nation's flood-related fatalities occur within the high-risk designated areas. So what you can do now is to prepare yourselves and your loved ones ahead of time. Stay indoors and off the roads if at all possible. Never drive through a flooded roadway. Turn around, don't drown. If you're in an area that's especially prone to flooding, rock slides, mudslides, or debris flows, please take the necessary precautions now to prepare yourself. The cost of being underprepared is often far greater than the cost of being overprepared. In addition, we are expecting areas of gusty winds to affect the region with the storm system, periodically affecting the greater Los Angeles area throughout the duration of the storm. While these winds alone may be capable of creating damage, downing trees and power lines, it's the combination of the strong winds and the heavy rains that will create an especially favorable environment for numerous downed trees and power lines. So if the winds suddenly pick up, or if you hear a severe weather warning from the National Weather Service, we recommend that you be indoors in a sturdy structure and on the lowest floor with as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Stay away from windows. Once again, dangerous weather is on the way from tonight through the Christmas holiday and into Friday. And on behalf of the National Weather Service, we will continue working closely with our core partners, including emergency management officials, as well as the mayor's office, to ensure that everyone has the latest information available on the evolving storm situation through the week. To all Angelinos, stay safe, stay aware, stay off the roads if you can, and take care. Thank you for having me, and I'm going to pass it now to Chief Moore.
Thank you, Dr. Cohen. Good afternoon, everybody. To reiterate what Mayor Bass and Dr. Cohen have expressed, all of us have been monitoring this incoming winter storm due to its severity and its timing. I must stress to everyone to be alert and to be prepared. This storm is coming to Los Angeles, and it's coming with some force. The Los Angeles City Fire Department has taken its precautions, and we've increased our staffing levels beginning at 6 a.m. this morning and strategically pre-deployed specialized resources at locations throughout the city. The pre-deployed resources go as follows. We have a strike team, what we call 1880 Charlie, consisting of a 22-member, 5 Type 3 off-road capable fire engines that are led by a battalion chief staffing at Fire Station 59 in West Los Angeles. We've got a Type 1 dozer and a loader staged at Fire Station 88, which is near the Sepulveda Basin. And we've got a Type 1 heavy urban search and rescue team and consisting of 6 individuals staged at Fire Station 59 in West Los Angeles. These are specially trained individuals who are trained in urban search and rescue that can help if we have structures that are damaged or by trees or mud flow debris. We've got a Type 2 helicopter with a full crew that will respond to swiftwater rescues staged at our Air Operations Center located in the Van Nuys Airport. We've got 3 Type 3 swiftwater teams, which are highly trained units dedicated to rescuing victims in fast-moving water. Remember, it doesn't take much more than 6 inches of water for people to be swept off their feet, so be very careful. Our swiftwater rescue teams will be staged at the following locations: at Fire Station 44 in Los Feliz, at Fire Station 88 in Fire Station 89, which are in the San Fernando Valley. Additionally, we've augmented our staffing resources for the next 24 hours. Those resources include an additional battalion chief, 2 additional members of our urban search and rescue team on Team 88, 4 brush patrols in the hillside areas, a Helco officer, 2 unmanned aircraft system operators. We also have our CERT teams that are stationed at fire stations 43, 59, 83, and 84. Those are community individuals who volunteer their time to be here for our community. Through the city's Emergency Operations Center, we've been working together to monitor all these conditions. We're continuing to monitor conditions and have been in contact with our regional partners to coordinate preparedness and response efforts in order to deploy resources as needed throughout not only Los Angeles, but the region. We urge residents to park their vehicles away from tall trees and also assume that power lines can come down. These power lines, when they do come down, consider them energized and do not approach them. They can be extremely dangerous. Due to the potential for coastal flooding and dangerous marine conditions, residents are strongly advised to stay away from the coastline during the storm. Flooding can occur quickly and unexpectedly. It is important to avoid rivers, flood control channels, and drainage areas. Please warn your children. Tell them to stay away from the water, to not be curious, even if the water levels seem low. Free sandbags are available at all of our fire stations, and sand is available at select fire stations. Please visit www.lafd.org to find your local fire station and to be able to contact them in order to confirm sandbags are available before you go out onto the road. If you must travel during the storm, we urge you to use caution and to plan ahead. But please avoid any unnecessary travel. And I know this is difficult during the holidays. This storm is expected to cause flooding, and the roadways, even though you might be familiar with them, may be affected by high levels of water. It could cause freeway closures, airport delays, which may unfortunately lead to cancellations over the holidays. Please monitor your apps to find out if your flights have been affected. Your LAFD is prepared and ready to respond as this storm arrives here in Los Angeles. Safety must be our #1 priority throughout the city of Los Angeles. So we ask everybody, please stay informed, monitor the news channels, monitor your apps, listen to the radio, and take this storm seriously. Thank you very much. I will now turn it over to our police chief, Jim McDonald.
Well, thank you, and good afternoon, and thank you all for being here. The city of Los Angeles is preparing, as you heard, for a significant storm system expected to arrive this afternoon. Our top priority is keeping all of our community
Alrighty, you've
safe.
been listening in there to city officials briefing the public on this Southern California storm. We want to take you to a live look at where radar stands there in Los Angeles. A situation that is going to come in 3 different phases. There's going to be today's phase, of course, then tomorrow's phase, and then Friday's phase. Throughout the day, there'll be different rainstorms as you take a look there at where radar stands right now. So that was yesterday. City officials there briefing the public on this storm. I want to take you right now to a live look at our NORAD Santa tracker here as we take you to break. Brooklyn News Live returns in a moment. There we go. Got to turn the mic on. That's how it works. Welcome back into Brooklyn News Live, everyone. I'm Jackson Mitchell. We are going to take you to some of the other top stories we've been following throughout the day. A Delaware state trooper was killed in a shooting at a local DMV in Wilmington, Delaware. We have a press conference from that. Here's a look at the scene from yesterday. The amount of law enforcement. We were covering it throughout throughout yesterday's edition of Brooklyn News Live there. So there's a look there from yesterday at that scene. A procession was just going on a few moments ago. We didn't have a camera into it, but I just can say that there was a procession going on for that trooper moments ago. A press conference was held yesterday, updating uh, everyone on the situation. Let's go to this and listen in.
We ready? Today, around 2 p.m., the Delaware State Police and surrounding law enforcement agencies responded to the Delaware Division of Motor Vehicles located at 2230 Hessler Boulevard in Newcastle for a report of an active shooter. The early investigation revealed that a 44-year-old male suspect entered the DMV as a customer. A short time later, the suspect approached the trooper who was working an overtime assignment sitting at the reception desk and shot him. After being shot, the trooper pushed the DMV employee out of harm's way, and the suspect shot the trooper again. Multiple police agencies responded to the DMV, and a Newcastle County police officer confronted the suspect and shot him. The suspect was taken to an area hospital where he died. The trooper who was shot was taken to a local hospital where he succumbed to his injuries. His name is being withheld until his family has been notified. A second trooper sustained a minor gunshot-related injury. A second trooper sustained a minor non-gunshot-related injury and was not transported to the hospital. A 40-year-old woman was taken to an area hospital for minor non-gunshot-related injuries, and a 35-year-old woman was evaluated for shortness of breath and declined to be transported to the hospital. That's all the details we have at this time. Now I would like to call up the Superintendent of the Delaware State Police, Colonel William D. Crotty, for a few remarks.
The Delaware State Police family today suffered a devastating loss. We lost a brother, a son, a best friend, a coach, a husband, and a father. Our trooper loved his community. He served with honor and integrity, and his life was cut short by senseless violence. His last actions were that of a hero who saved lives today while sacrificing his own. The DSP family is honored to call him our brother. His service and sacrifice will always be remembered. We are asking the community for their love and their support for us, and to honor the sacrifice that he made today. I would like to take a moment to thank Colonel Leonard, the Newcastle County Police Department, for his support of our agency today. The FBI and the Department of Justice and all the law enforcement community who reached out. It is this family that will continue to help us as we move on, as we care for one of each other, and they continue to support us in the days to come. Thank you. I'll now take the opportunity to introduce Governor Matt Meyer.
Thank you, Colonel Crotty. The heart of the state of Delaware breaks tonight as we mourn the loss of a Delaware State trooper, a hero who gave his life in the line of duty. He made the ultimate sacrifice to protect his fellow Delawareans, and our hearts break for his family. There are Delawareans who are alive tonight because of his heroism. Lauren and I join with Delawareans up and down our state, praying for the family and every state trooper as they grieve this sudden and unimaginable loss. Protecting the lives of Delawareans is our most fundamental responsibility in government. And moments like this remind us of the tremendous risks our law enforcement officers and first responders take and the courage that they demonstrate every single day. What happened today was an act of pure evil. And if not for the heroism of several troopers and other officers, the consequences could have been so much worse. We are deeply grateful to the state and law enforcement officers whose quick action and professionalism helped prevent further harm. We're grateful, too, for the emergency medical responders and the medical professionals at Christiana Care, as well as the DMV employees, the employees at that Division of Motor Vehicle facility, who worked tirelessly to save lives. I appreciate there are so many standing here with us tonight. Law enforcement officers from other agencies, and as Colonel Crotty mentioned, there are many more agencies who've assisted us, as well as the state legislators, state representatives, state senators who've been so supportive, along with our Lieutenant Governor, the Attorney General, and our county executive. Please remember tonight that there are Delawareans who are alive because of heroic actions of the deceased trooper and others. And I ask that all Delawareans join me in keeping the entire Delaware State Police family in their prayers tonight and into the new year. I now would like to introduce the Department of Safety and Homeland Security Secretary, Josh Bushweller.
Thank you, Governor Meyer. 2 days before Christmas, we lost a hero, a dedicated member of the Delaware State Police family who literally woke up this morning, put on his uniform like he did every day, and he went to work to serve the people of our state. Unfortunately, that trooper will not be coming home. To the family of our fallen trooper, all Delawareans grieve with you. We know that no words can ease your pain, but please know that your loved one's service and sacrifice will never, ever, ever be forgotten. To the men and women of the Delaware State Police, you've lost a brother, a sister, a colleague, a friend. We mourn with you. We honor your courage that you demonstrate every single day that you go out and serve our state. This tragedy reminds us that our law enforcement officers face danger in even the most routine circumstances. They stand as guardians, protecting our communities, often at great risk. A special thanks to our law enforcement partners and the entire first responder community who came together to support us in our time of need. As well as a special thanks to our partners who stand with us here today in the FBI, the ATF, and the Department of Justice. Your immediate engagement since the inception of this incident this afternoon and your continued support throughout the investigation is so deeply appreciated. Please keep the trooper's family the Delaware State Police, and the entire law enforcement community in your thoughts and prayers as we go through this difficult time. Thank you very much.
The Delaware State Police is asking you to pray for the family of our trooper and to hold his family, his children, in your thoughts and prayers during this holiday season. Thank you all for attending today.
Alrighty, a brief press conference. This was yesterday. A feed there from WPVI. Holding a quick update there. You see the law enforcement community surrounding them in that press conference room there. The Delaware State Police again announcing they're confirming the news that we had a little bit earlier in the day yesterday, that a state trooper had been killed in a shooting. We are going to continue to follow that news, and if we get any more details into that, we will bring that to you first right here on Brooklyn News Live. I want to take you to some more breaking news we are following right now. A shooting involving ICE agents has left 2 hospitalized in Glen Burnie, Maryland. This is in a neighborhood there. They held a quick little press conference. I don't know if they had any questions answered, but they held a quick little update on what was going on here in that neighborhood in Glen Burnie, Maryland. We want to take you there to this speaker who spoke just moments ago.
Okay. Good afternoon. I'm Justin Mulcahy. I'm a spokesperson for the Anne Arundel County Police Department. It's JUSTIN MULCAHY. I'm joined by the Anne Arundel County Police Chief, Amal Awad, AMAL, first name, last name Awad, AWAD. Also joined by FBI Special Agent in charge for the Baltimore Field Office, Jimmy Paul, that's PAUL. We're not going to be taking any questions after this brief press conference. We know our community wants to know what happened today, so we're going to give some information on what transpired, the information that we have at this time. And again, as stressed, it's very preliminary information. So at about 10:51 this morning, Anne Arundel officers responded to the 500 block of West Court in Glen Burnie, right here behind me, for a shooting involving ICE ERO agents. No members of the Anne Arundel County Police Department were involved in the shooting. I just want to stress that. Based on the preliminary information that we received, it indicates that ICE agents were conducting a detail. They approached a white van. That van attempted to run agents over. Then ICE agents fired at that vehicle. That vehicle accelerated, coming to rest behind me in a wooded area behind these homes. There was an individual in that vehicle that was struck by gunfire. That individual was transported to an area hospital with what is being described, he's being described as being in stable condition. There was another individual outside of that vehicle that sustained minor injuries and also went to an area hospital. Again, I understand there's going to be a lot of questions about the specifics of what transpired. Any ICE-related questions, we will defer to the ICE Public Affairs Officer. They are not on site right now, so I'm giving you the preliminary information that I have. I can tell you that the Anne Arundel County Police Department's Criminal Investigation Division is handling the shooting investigation. The incident involving the assault on the agents is being handled by the Federal Bureau of Investigation. And finally, there's going to be an internal investigation conducted, and that is through ICE under their Office of Professional Responsibility. Those are the basic details that we have right now. Again, it's still early, and we're conducting the shooting investigation of the police department, the Anne Arundel County Police Department. None of our officers were involved in the shooting this morning. Before we close up, though, I do want to turn it over to Chief Awad, who has a statement that she wants to give to the community. Chief?
So essentially, I'm just providing some clarification. Hello, everyone. My name is Amal Awad. You heard Mr. Mulcahy speak to the 3 components of this investigation. Our criminal investigation division is handling the criminal investigation of the agent-involved shooting. You also heard him say, what did you reference? Which part did you reference?
The internal investigation, that review is being conducted by ICE under their Office of Professional Responsibility. And
so folks may wonder why there are 3 components to this thing. It's a multi-layered incident with obviously our federal partners involved, and we do work in tandem or collaboration with them in terms of conducting our role, our responsibility in a criminal investigation. This is something that is a standard practice for them, where the FBI will conduct the investigation involving any federal agent involved or assaulted. And then there will be an internal review conducted by the agency involved. And again, that is HSI. But just to reiterate, no Anne Arundel County police officers were involved in this incident, nor were they present during the incident. So thank you.
Thanks, Chief. One final thing I will add, I know many of you have my information, but for those of you that don't, it's mrd@aacounty.org. So any questions that you have, you can send that to myself or Mr. Lemansky. Again, any ICE-related questions, we want those to go to ICE's public affairs officers, their public affairs division. So,
can you only say if these two guys, they are related, they are together or not?
We're still investigating all aspects of it. That's the information we have preliminarily, that there was two individuals there that were injured. But again, our criminal investigation division is looking into everything right now. So again, I know you guys have a lot more questions, follow-up. Are unable to answer those right now at this time. But again, this is an active case. Again, it just happened at 10:51 this morning. We wanted to make sure the community had the basic information to start. So
And you guys
thank you.
Want to say anything too?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Alrighty, so a brief press conference event held there in Glen Burnie, Maryland, as they are monitoring that situation there. Again, the information being confirmed. There was a shooting involving ICE agents, leaving 2 hospitalized. We will monitor this. Wanted to holiday travel. AAA projecting over 120 million Americans are expected across the road. Let's take you to one shot that we're watching right now. KNBC in Los Angeles providing this feed for us of the LAX airport there. I think pretty backed up if you look closely. Pretty backed up, as many thousands, millions I should say, are heading to the road or the sky to travel this holiday season. Of course, AAA projecting a record 122.4 million Americans are going to travel at least 50 miles from home during the 13-day year-end holiday period, surpassing last year's record. Driving remaining the most popular mode of transportation, with 89% of travelers opting for road trips. AAA also highlights the busiest travel days, peaks, congestion periods, and top destinations holiday season, and for all of those people planning to take their car on the... Here's a look at the best times to do exactly that, all the way to Thursday, January day, 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. said to be the worst times to get on the road before p.m. to 7 p.m. Again, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, minimal traffic following the holidays, and the 27th and the 28th, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. They gotta get out before early Friday, Saturday, Sunday, for Tuesday of next week. So for getting for 31st, January 1st, no travel in I should say to this Ching at LAX, and I've zoomed it in now. This is of course one of the air there. There's a look closer at some of that traffic that they are experiencing. This again, a record 122.4 million Americans holidays. There we go. Welcome back into Brookland News Live here. I'm Jackson Mitchell. Time now 2:17. Key up the Christmas music. It's Christmas Eve. A Merry Christmas to you all. We will not be here tomorrow, but we'll still we're here for Christmas Eve, bringing you the coverage as we get it. Again, I'm Jackson Mitchell. Want to turn to the latest on the Epstein files. The DOJ now saying that they've uncovered over 1 million new files. Of course, this all coming in within the last few moments or so. So we're just getting this in. There we go. It's on your excuse me there, sorry, we're having some issues quickly, but again, I'll just keep going here on a post on X. We should have it on your screen now. There we go. Now I can talk and show you guys this graphic at the same time. In a post on X, the DOJ says, quote, the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York and the FBI have informed the Department of Justice that they have uncovered over 1 million more documents potentially related to Jeffrey Epstein's case. The DOJ has received these documents from SDNY and the FBI to review them for release in compliance with the Epstein Files Transparency Act. Excuse me, you're sorry. Existing statute and judicial orders. We have lawyers working around the clock to review and make the legally required redactions to protect the victims, and we will release the documents as soon as possible. Due to the mass volume of material, this process may take a few more weeks. The department will fully comply with federal law, will continue to fully comply with federal law and President Trump's direction to release the files there. So that is from the latest from on the Epstein files. Again, this all just coming in today. Another scene continues to release their troves and troves in this new batch released today. Or the headline: New Epstein document. So we are, let me give me just a moment and I'll read that article to you here again. A new batch of Epstein files. Trump mentioned let's read to you. I'll just go paragraph by paragraph, of course. As you guys are getting the news, so the U.S. Justice Department has released tens of thousands of more documents. Epstein, a tranche that included multiple mentions of President Donald Trump, but added revelatory information to the long-anticipated public file on the late financier and convicted sex offender. Is the most voluminous so far and comes after a massive public campaign for transparency into the U.S. government's Epstein investigation. Many of the mentions of Trump in the file came from news clippings, though it includes an email from a prosecutor pointing out the flights that Trump took on Epstein's private jet during the 1990s. The two men were friends for years before falling out. Trump has not been accused of wrongdoing in connection with Epstein. The Justice Department issued a statement Tuesday that some of the documents, quote, some of the documents contain, quote, untrue and sensationalist claims about Trump made shortly before the 2020 election, and said one document purported to be a letter from Epstein to Larry Nassar, a sports doctor convicted of sexually abusing Olympic athletes, has been deemed fake. Here are some takeaways. Prosecutor flagged Trump's Trump. This is the big one that I've been hearing about today. I'll read some of the quote to you. Is flight records the office received January 20 showed that Trump was on Epstein's jet, quote, many more times than previous. Is the big I'll read some of the news that kind of for this big big revelation in the Epstein files, and so far here. So, again, a new trove of Epstein files released today. We are going to continue to that. Welcome back into Brooklyn News Live here. Our continued coverage of today's top stories, including this one. A nursing home in Bristol, Pennsylvania exploded after a gas explosion there. A press conference was held late last night. We covered it kind of all afternoon yesterday here on Brooklyn News Live, but a press conference with Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro and others was held last night, I should say. Let's go there and listen in. Alrighty, so it appears as if there might be some difficulties there. Stand by. Okay, we've gotten the feed. Let's go there now.
By Randy Padfield, the PEMA director, who immediately came to the scene and has been working with our local partners as he does so ably every day. I know there have been a number of local leaders who have been here this evening. We're joined by Commissioner Bob Harvey from our county, as well as Senator Sanacero and others who I know will make their way here. As I said, this is a very, very tragic moment for this community. An explosion occurred just a few hours ago. There are investigations underway as to what caused that explosion. The PUC is here on the ground working with PICO. We believe preliminarily that it was a gas leak that led to that. The explosion was really quite catastrophic. We know that at this time there are at least 2 fatalities. We know that there are some number of individuals still missing. I want to say that in the immediate moments after the explosion, you saw what real heroism is all about. Firefighters rushed to this scene in order to contain the explosion, in order to put out the fire, and most importantly, in order to rescue people. They were quite literally climbing up ladders, handing individuals in this nursing home to police who were at times carrying safety. I think that too oftentimes in our communities we don't appreciate that type of heroism, and that is what was on display here in Bucks County today. Police officers literally carrying people to their safety, firefighters rushing toward a fire as others were trying to get away in order to keep this community safe, in order to stop the fire from spreading, and in order to be in a position today where thank God things were not worse than we know they already are. There will be a lot more information we learn over the next hours here in Bucks County. There's still a lot of unanswered questions. You'll have to bear with us as we seek to confirm the number of individuals who were injured, as we seek to confirm the number of individuals who are missing. And there will still be an ongoing review as to how this happened. I will tell you, as it relates to the facility, there are new owners of this facility as of just a few weeks ago, beginning this month, in the month of December. The Department of Health at the state level conducted a visit here on December 10th, and there was a plan put in place in order for these new facility owners to upgrade the standards at this facility. That work will obviously continue with the new owners to ensure that they do what is necessary to keep residents safe at this facility and at the others where they are being taken to. With that, I want to turn it over to our fire chief, followed by our police chief, to share some additional words, and we'll do our best to answer some questions. But again, I want to stress.
Alrighty, Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro providing a quick update there in Bristol, Pennsylvania on that explosion, saying preliminary reports suggest a gas leak led to all of this, confirming 2 are dead. An apparent gas explosion at this nursing home in Pennsylvania. We will continue to monitor this story, and when we get an update, we will bring you there. We will bring that to you right here as soon as we do. Been a lot to follow today, but that is going to conclude our coverage. Before we do that, though, real quick, an update there at LAX as flights continue to be canceled. We'll follow this feed throughout the afternoon, and if we get any excuse me, if we get any updates from there, we'll bring you there live. Meanwhile, a live look at the flight tracker there, 475 delays overall. LAX leading that, of course, as those deadly storms, I should say, as those storms are hitting Los Angeles, the Southern California area right now. We are going to follow all of this and so much more. Brooklyn News Live will return right back here on Friday. I should say on Monday. Excuse me, on Monday. We'll be back on Monday, guys.